In our last video, we looked at the importance for businesses of determining the needs and wants of their consumers. In this video, we're going to look at the remaining steps in the marketing process. The first one of those is to determine a customer-driven marketing strategy, and we can break this down into two parts. The first is that businesses need to select which customers they are going to target, and once they've done that, they need to choose the value proposition that they will offer those customers. So it's marketing management that needs to do these things. They need to start by deciding who are the customers that we're going to serve, what are our target market, and then how can we best serve these customers. So the first step, selecting customers. In order to do this, businesses have to break the market down into segments. A segment is a group of consumers that share a common characteristic. That could be their age, it could be their level of income, it could be their gender, it could be the country that they live in, it could be to do with their hobbies and their interests. But the important thing is that a market segment is a group of consumers who share at least one common characteristic. So target marketing is all about choosing which segments you're going to go after. Very few products target everyone. Even a product like the Apple iPhone, which is sold globally all over the world, Apple don't target every single customer with that phone, with that range of phones. They target people who have a reasonably high level of disposable income. There are other products that target very small market segments. For example, some video games might target a particular gender. They might target young adult males, for example, who are interested in video gaming and who have a reasonably high disposable income. So a market segment can be a very large group of consumers or a much smaller group, but the important thing is that a business needs to decide and it needs to know which segments they are going to target with their products or their services. Once we've selected the customers and we know who we're going to target, we need to decide what value proposition we're going to offer those customers. And by value proposition, we mean the set of benefits or values that a company promises to deliver to its customers in order to satisfy their needs. In other words, what kind of product are we going to offer those customers? What kind of features will it have? What kind of price level will we set? And so on. It's about setting that value proposition. And in doing this, businesses will come to this decision about the value proposition from different standpoints at the beginning. So some businesses will have a production concept, others a selling concept, others a societal concept. We're going to look at what we mean by some of these things. So a production or a product concept is when we're talking about a business that believes that consumers will favor products that offer the most in terms of quality and performance. And I think this is relevant for an iPhone. Apple doesn't focus on price. It doesn't focus really on targeting very small groups and giving them specific things for them. What Apple does is it strongly believes that all consumers are more likely will favor products that are the best quality, have the best performance and have innovative features. And that is always Apple's focus. So Apple, I think, have a product concept. That's their starting point when they're thinking about their value proposition. In contrast, some businesses have a selling concept. And we find this most commonly where products or services are being sold that are quite complex for customers to understand and perhaps that consumers don't always realize that they need. Insurance is a good example here. We probably won't buy enough insurance unless we're told about it, unless we're told that it's important and companies put offers in front of us. With that selling and promotion, we are much more likely to go out and buy that insurance. And so companies, like insurance companies, will very often adopt this selling concept. Most businesses, particularly in the modern world though, focus on a marketing concept. And this is all about satisfying the needs and wants of those markets that they're going to target. So for example, in 2018, some research showed that what most customers wanted from their smartphones was better value, more battery life, and smarter features. And so companies with a marketing concept will immediately try to build this into their product offerings in the future because that's what they feel their target markets want. The final concept that I want to talk about is societal marketing concept, and I think this is becoming more and more important in recent times. We don't necessarily want to buy the cheapest energy to heat our homes, do we now? Many of us want to buy the greenest energy. Many of us are concerned about the planet, and we are willing to pay more for products that have some benefit for society. We're perhaps more likely to buy recyclable products. We're perhaps more likely to buy products that are made in an ethical way. And so this value proposition holds that the marketing strategy should deliver value to customers beyond the immediate product that has some benefit to society as well. So the business has thought about its marketing strategy, it's made some decisions about who it's going to target and so on, and now it needs to construct the marketing program. And the marketing program really is a mixture of all the elements that the product or service is going to offer the customers. This used to be known as the 4 Ps. More commonly now we think of the 7 Ps. But this is an introduction, and I'm just going to introduce what I mean here. So really we're talking here about a set of tools that we can think about to implement a marketing strategy. So this is where businesses will make decisions about what kind of product it wants to offer its target market, what kind of features that product will have, what kind of packaging it will have, what the brand should look like, and so on. It will think about what price level to set for its product or service for its target market. Should it be a high price, a low price? Should there be discounts and special offers, and so on? The same approach with promotion. How should we best promote this product? How should we get the product to our customers? Should it be on the high street? Should it be online? So it's this mixture of things that are put together, the marketing mix, to ultimately provide the kind of product at the right price that the target market will want to buy. So we've got our marketing mix, we've just made decisions about our product, and now we need to think about building lasting customer relationships. And this is about really making sure that I think we're satisfying customers and that the customer believes that the benefits that they're buying are worth the money that they're spending, but also that the benefits that they get from our product is going to be superior to the benefits they might get from a customer's product. And one thing that businesses need to bear in mind here is that customers often don't judge values and costs very accurately or scientifically. Customers act on perceived value. In other words, what they think they're getting, what they think the benefits are. And this is an important thing for businesses to remember. So customer satisfaction is really this mixture of what performance we expect. If the product performs better than we expected, we're going to be happy. We're going to be satisfied. If the performance is worse than we expected, we're going to be dissatisfied. We're going to be unhappy, and we won't shop with that business again. So for businesses, that perceived satisfaction really is the difference between what we expect and what we get. And it's important for businesses that they match those. So, capturing value from customers. I think, as I said previously, we talk about capturing value, but this is really about getting the customer to part with their money. This is about offering customers something that they think is good enough that they will spend their money on it, and it will generate revenue for our company and allow us to be profitable. And that is why, for many companies, their first rule, their second rule is always this one. The customer is always right. Because if you don't delight the customer, if you don't give the customer good value, if you don't meet their expectations, then you won't capture their value. They won't spend their money with you. So that's where I'm going to finish. That thought, leave you with that thought, the customer is always right. And there are a few questions for you to answer now.